Welcome to live stream. Today's right after the Christmas, December 26th. Just give me 1 second here. Go live again. I've been having a little bit of difficulty logging into TikTok. Working on it. Just give me 1 second here. Just trying to log it in. Okay, looks like it's working. Just waiting for its confirmation. So happy holidays to everyone. Then just peace be with you as well. It's a little bit slow start. As I explained, thank you so much for joining today. Explained previously, instead of answering all questions, um, I will be trying to answer all questions related to marriage green card cases today. So thank you so much for joining uh, today's live stream. So that today we're gonna talk about marriage green card case. I noticed that even under still TikTok points, TikTok say that it's a Trump immigration. Although we're gonna talk about potential changes coming under Trump's second term and what's happening under Biden's last, days as a president. It's about marriage green card case. And then next Thursday, January 2nd, we're gonna talk about K1 fiance visa. So unlike other, hello, hi everyone. Thank you for joining this TikTok, YouTube, Facebook, and then LinkedIn live stream on marriage green card case. We're going to talk about what's happening now and what's going to happen under Trump's second term. I'll try to answer all the questions related to marriage green card case. I know that sometimes you don't ask specific question related to the topic. If there's a time, I will answer it, but my goal is to focus on marriage green card case. So to start, right, we call it marriage green card case when you enter the U.S. with admission or parole and got married to U.S. citizen, right? And then if you get married to permanent resident, and then we call it F2A, adjustment of the status. Okay, so we have a first question here. Betty, you filed your marriage green card case August 23rd of this year. You got work permit already. I talk about this all the time. Once you submit right now, it takes about 30 days to get work permit. And then you're waiting for a green card and potentially interview. Betty, hope that they don't schedule interview. But, since you filed August 23rd, right now, it takes about 6 months for USCIS to make a decision. So you're more like February of next year in terms of the USCIS. When they're getting ready to make a decision on your case, it'll be under Trump. So we'll see, how fast Trump's USCIS will bring back mandatory interview for all cases. As you know, that since July 2022, USCIS select some cases for interview, not all cases. So we'll see. Now, sort of, it's not really marriage green card case, but I usually include the VAWA. So then, Jew, your 360 petition, right? So then, the VAWA, you have a VAWA case when you get married to U.S. citizen, permanent resident spouse, and then that spouse became abusive, and then instead of doing together, you submit 360 VAWA and then 485 green card, and then Jew. VAWA was approved September of this year, and usually it is 1 year later the USCIS will make a decision. Now, recently, even under Biden, USCIS announced that they're going to schedule most VAWA green card cases for interview. So we'll see. But have a good, hope that your 485 is approved, fast. Just give me 1 second here. Okay, Jeanette. You've been waiting for 62 months for I-130, means that it's almost more than 5 years. Now, is I-130 petitioner permanent resident, or is I-130 petitioner is your parents, right? Because unless your I-130 petitioner is an immediate family member, it takes quite some time. So hope that your case is approved soon. I-130. Okay. So yes, Juice, thank you. So early December, I'm monitoring the questions on TikTok. Um, Jeanette, you're okay. So you're Puerto Rican, so you're U.S. citizen, and then you're for your husband. Now, is your husband in the U.S. and enter with a visa? So that's like second variation. Archida, hello, welcome back. So then the second variation, like, did your husband enter the U.S. with a visa? Looks like maybe not. Maybe you're talking about 601A waiver, but still it's taking quite some time. Okay. Sexy V asks, how long does it take to get a green card after interview? Depends on types of the cases, right? If you have a marriage green card case, usually it can be same day. It can be a weeks later, month later, up to like 120 days. But if you happen to have a pending asylum case, right, on top of your marriage green card case, then it may take more than 1 year. I have seen some cases with a pending asylum cases, it take more than 1 year after interview to get approval. Okay, Multani Z, you file your marriage green card case in June 10th, and then you didn't get any updates. But I'm sure that you got work permit, right? You're just waiting for approval or interview. June 10th, your like 6 month window depends on where you live, and then if the USCIS decide to schedule interview, then it may take a little bit more. But I will say that you're almost there. You're almost there. Okay. Jeanette and I going back and forth. You say yes, it means that probably your husband entered the U.S. without inspection, and then you have a pending I-130, pending more than 5 years. Contact us. We do offer mandamus lawsuit. Is becoming a little bit more difficult because the government's not settling. It means that they don't approve or schedule right away. They're gonna come back and say we're gonna dismiss your case, but still we're successful. So, Jeanette, if your husband enter without visa, and then your I-130 is still pending more than up to 5 years, then contact us, and you know how to contact us, and then we'll assess your option. Okay, I'm just reviewing this. Okay, so Archida, just give me 1 second here. Yeah, Archida, you have a fiance visa question. So in the comeback next week, but basically K1 129F takes about 30 to 60 days, up to 90 days for California Service Center to approve it. So you're still within that time window. Okay. Now, Tina, sort of variation. It's not marriage green card case because you are thinking about getting married to a permanent resident spouse, or you got married to a permanent resident spouse. So it's F2A. It means that it is subject to visa availability, right? Because it's not an immediate relatives. Now, you ask, how soon can you get a work and travel documents? 765-131. The question is, whether you're eligible to apply for 45 adjustment of the status if your spouse is permanent resident. And the question is that it's not concurrent. It means that unlike the marriage green card case, you're not able to submit I-130, 45 at the same time. If you submit I-130 and 45 at the same time, then you'll get a work permit 30 to 60 days later. But because the visa, F2A visa, is not current, you're not able to submit 45 right away. It means that you need to wait quite a bit to apply for a green card. And then obviously, you need to get more time to get work permit. Oh, I see. Okay. I see. So and then Jeanette and I once again going back and forth. Thank you so much for clarification. So he has a admin closure. Your husband has admin closure with the immigration court, and then you did I-130. So you need to have a approved I-130 to reopen uh, or recalendar the pending removal proceeding, and then either you dismiss or you adjust before the immigration court. So Jeanette, you can contact us, and then we would be happy to help you with that. Okay, Kamari. Okay, so it's not really marriage green card case, but maybe perhaps I will uh, sort of like going with a title, topic, green card, right? Adjustment of the status. And the next time I will do consular process. I think that that might maybe the better topic because it's a little bit bigger and then able to answer many questions. So Kamari asked the question, your son just turned 21, and obviously your son is U.S. citizen, correct? Congratulations. Okay. There's like a little bit of misunderstanding that you'll be able to submit your. I mean, you think that your U.S. citizen child may be able to submit a petition for you even before turning into 21. That's not true. They must be 21. Number one, they must be U.S. citizen. Now, Kamari, you use the term changing your status to permanent residency. It's adjusting your status. And the answer is contact us. Contact us. Now, Kamari, if you enter with a visa, then there's a easier way to get green card. But if you enter without visa, then it's sometimes you don't have a case, or sometimes it's a convoluted. So call us. Call us. Okay, we'll assess your case. Yes. And then Archidam, as I explained, thank you so much for asking questions last week and this week. When you have a case, especially your loved one overseas, it can be your parents, spouses, and fiance, and you're not together. You like to make sure that your cases go fast. That's why you work with an attorney, really good attorney. So to honor and then respect your the questions, I'm gonna tell you that next Thursday, January 2nd, we're going to talk about all consular process cases, and then I will answer your question. But better yet, I hope that USCIS approve your case, okay, before January 2nd. So then you'll say hey, Jae Francis, my 129F was approved, and then I will share the joy with you. So, but going back to adjustment of the status, green card cases for today, okay. Okay, so I'm just looking at this list of the question here. Just be patient. Okay, I'm just reviewing this. Yeah, the blessing asks whether you can join the Army, U.S. Army, when you're not permanent resident or U.S. citizen. It's just tough. It's tough. There's no way, no way. And then okay. Okay, Natasha Rogers asks, interesting question. Can you come to the US and get married and come back to home and then start spouse visa process, CR1? Answer is yes. Answer is yes. So if you come to US with a tourist visa or ESTA, and then you get married and then return to your home, then you don't need to wait 60 days and 90 days. Once again, I'm not your attorney, okay? Yeah. And then we don't know what the Trump will do. But right now, if you enter the US with a visa or ESTA, you're able to get married as long as you don't apply for green card. So you don't need to wait. And then perfectly fine for now. So in happy wedding, Natasha. If you need an attorney, of course, contact us. Okay. Way too great. Ask a little bit cut. Your question was cut a little bit. Looks like you're in Michigan. We do nationwide representation. Michigan's fast. And then how long does it take for marriage green card cases in Michigan? And then you say your spouse, and then stop right there. So I don't know whether your spouse is U.S. citizen. I think that that's the case or not, or permanent resident. I will say that it takes still 6 months, but obviously, when the Trumps come back, we're gonna see. So then month of February of next year will be a little bit up in the air. Like we're gonna see how fast USCIS under Trump will review the cases, and then we don't know yet. So we don't know yet. Okay, so Emeka asked the question. So the U.S. citizen petitioner is unemployed. Okay, unemployed. And then it's about A64 affidavit of support. Your the question is a little bit cut. I don't know why, but it's just like some of the questions not fully displayed. Um, sometime when your unemployment is short duration, then you may use unemployment compensation income on top of your regular income. But usually you need to be careful, because I will tell you this. Now, under Trump's first term, they are very aggressive with reviewing A64 cases. They will issue the request for evidence, but I wouldn't count too much on it this time. They may just deny it. It means that if you submit your case and that there's a deficiency with A64 sponsorship and supporting documents, the USCIS, instead of giving you a second chance in the form of request for evidence, they may just deny your case. So what happens? You lose all the money. And then also, I don't want to scare you too much, but under current regulation, when USCIS denies green card cases, they have a power to put you into removal proceeding. Trump didn't do it during his first term. Under his guidance, USCIS didn't do it. But we don't know what they're going to do this time. So I'm going to repeat one more time. According to current USCIS regulation, when the USCIS denies adjustment of the status application for whatever reasons, they can put foreign spouse into removal proceeding instead of just denying it. Be careful. Very careful going forward. I'm going to drink some water, okay? Okay. Yeah, Kameri, what's my contact number? You can message me, but I will say it. I don't think that I will be able to type it. If you check my profile, you'll see the link. But the phone number is 877-369-2575. I don't know whether I can type it here or not, but I don't think so. But just check my TikTok profile, and then you'll find the contact information. Okay. So, and then also 350 Law Boss ask question, how to contact us. Go to Dr. Jae Francis Immigration TikTok profile, or it can be YouTube, and then click the profile and you have a phone number. Now, TikTok doesn't allow us to post the phone number in the comments, so it's kind of a little bit restricted. So, but you will find us. Okay, so Kamera, you came with a visa. Very good. Okay, so Ifiani asked the question, sort of marriage green cards case related question here. So then the question is, you're conditional resident. It means that by the time the USCIS approve your case, you are married in less than 2 years, and then you submitted 751 petition to remove the condition. Now, your question is whether you can submit your N400 on top of pending 751 petition. Answer is yes, now under current regulation. But be aware, that if the USCIS deny the 751, then your N400 will be denied as well. So there, just remember that when you have a two pending cases, right? USCIS must approve your 751 first. Okay. Okay. Yeah, I think that I'm not supposed to tell my phone number. I got a warning from TikTok. I didn't know. So that's I need to be careful. I didn't know. But TikTok's watching what we do, and I got a warning. I mentioned phone number twice, and I got a visible warning that hey, do not share any private information. So I didn't know. Honest mistake. So I'll be careful. Okay. Chidima asks really interesting question. Do you check a validity of the divorce decree from foreign country before filing a green card case? Now, well, obviously, we're not USCIS, we're not governments. And then you have a burden to be honest with your attorney and then USCIS. And the answer is that USCIS will check validity of all divorce decree, right? So you need to be careful, especially under Trump. Eben, you asked question about NVC, right? National Visa Center. You're in Ghana. That's consular process question. So I'm just doing, adjustment of the status questions today. So, but next Thursday, I'm gonna talk about consular process cases. So my plan is to do alternating, green card cases, consular process cases, humanitarian removal defense, and we'll rotate around. Okay, so Hichem asked the question here. How long does it take for 45 with a K1 visa? So it means that you or your fiance slash spouse enter with a K1. Well, congratulations, and then you're about to submit 45 or you already submitted 45. I mean, used to be really good under Biden. We have some cases approved between 30 and then 180 days, 30 and 180 days. Under Trump, it took 1 year with interview. So without interview, it can be fast, but we're in transition, so it's kind of hard to tell. But I usually tell our clients that it's going to take about 6 months up to 1 year for K1 based green card cases. Kay asked the question, very interesting question. So you're married to military personnel, right? U.S. Army or other branches, and then your spouse may be deployed overseas or not with you, right? And then the USCIS will interview your spouse separately, so you don't need to worry. But you need to tell the USCIS that your spouse is deployed in and on active duty. So be safe. Okay, best wishes to you. Okay, so then Stacy asked the question. Their I-130 and 45 are pending with the USCIS, and then Stacy asked whether USCIS will approve work permit. The answer is absolutely yes, absolutely yes. Usually it takes about 30 to 60 days after you submitted everything to get work permit. So fast. Perhaps you just submit it, but it'll take between 30 and 60 days to get work permit under Biden. Okay, so Forever Blessed 876 asks, how long does it take to petition for my mom in Pennsylvania? So his question is, how long does parent adjustment of the status cases take? So once again, we have some cases approved between 3 months and then 6 months under Biden. But once again, it'll be up to 6 months and 12 months with a potential, for interview under Trump. So 6 months to 1 year, and then potentially interview for your mom's case. Best wishes. Okay. I hope that your mom enter with a visa. Okay. I have some like employment based case inquiries. Okay, just give me 1 second here. For those of you who never seen this live with me, I look at multiple screens and I scroll down the TikTok questions. So that's what I usually do. So Wesley Zach asked the question here. You filed marriage green card case. You submitted I-130 and 45 at the same time, and then but only I-130 was approved, and then 45 is still pending. And then what can you do? It just sometimes it happens. We have seen many variations. So, for example, I-130, 45 approved at the same time, which is like 90% of our cases. 10% the USCIS approved I-130 first, then approved 45 a little bit later. Difference between I-130 and then 45 review would be I-130 is about a bona fide relationship. Is this real marital relationship? Do we have enough supporting documents? The 45 is about inadmissibility. Is there any ground for this person, not to be eligible for a green card? So sometimes it takes a little bit extra to get 45. How long do you need to wait? I mean, it varies between 30 and then 90 days up to 120 days. But we have some connection issue. Yeah, Camry with the visa. So, like I said, parent case, right? When the parents enter with the visa, overstay maybe or in status, it takes between 6 and then 12 months. Sweet Tina asked, what kind of K1 visa? I'm not sure what you're asking, but uh, next Thursday, January 2nd, 5 p.m. Central Time, TikTok, YouTube, LinkedIn, and then Facebook. I'll be talking about all consular process matters. That's the plan. So I'm gonna do it. But for now, we're gonna talk about green card cases. Okay, and then Forever Blessed A76 asked a question about the parents, 1 year. Yes, thank you so much for sending the messages. Thank you. Okay. Starboy asked the question. So you just entered with a visa 2 weeks ago, and you mean like you got married right away to your wife, and then according to Starboy, your wife is a pregnant, and then your wife is a permanent resident. Mm, I think that you got married too fast. You got married too fast. And then his question is, can I stay? Can I stay? As I explained, that you may get married right away as long as you don't apply for green card. You need to go back and then ask your wife to file petition for you. But I know what you're thinking because your wife is a permanent resident, and then F2A consular process cases takes between 3 to 5 years. You don't want to be separated. I understand that, but I think that you got married too fast, or perhaps you already married before you entered the U.S. It's kind of hard to tell. Starboy, contact us. I'm not allowed to tell you the phone number. I got the warning from TikTok, but you go to my profile and then find how to contact us. So we're wrapping up the this live stream. So going forward, we're gonna little bit broaden the topic. So today we cover adjustment of the status, green card cases. Next Tuesday, January 6th, I'm sorry, I made a mistake. Next Thursday, January 2nd, 5 p.m. Central Time, we're going to talk about all consular process matters. And after that, in no time, Trump will be the next president. So we're going to add a Trump immigration. So Thank you so much for watching live stream. Hope that you had a good Christmas, and then other holidays around this time. Happy holidays, happy New Year, and more than anything, peace be with you. Thank you so much for watching this live stream.